The defensive game plan was forced out of the Highlanders last week as they come up to a stalemate match against the Hurricanes, which ended in just a 10-0 scoreline, but that will hold them in good stead for today's match, where they come up to a side that they usually struggle against. It is the Cheetahs from South Africa, but it is still in New Zealand at the Forsyth Bar Stadium, the home of our Highlanders team. Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornflakes Group, your home of Rugby Challenge 2 and the Highlanders career mode, where we are into round 7 of the Super Rugby competition, and we are hosting the Cheetahs for today's fixture, a team that we have not had the best luck of. We'll get to them in a minute, but first, the Highlanders squad has had a bit of a change around. Of course, input from you guys always taken into consideration, and the team we have today, the changes are pretty much most of the side. Kitchov comes in for a rear start in the front row for him. He's partnered by Mitchell at hooker, and it is Alexander who switches sides at the front row. It is Thorne coming into the second row to partner Retallick in his first start of the season, and at the back row it is Moen, Robshaw and O'Brien who will pack down at the back of the scrum. Aaron Smith comes in to replace Hogarth, but it is Sopawanga who has kept the spot on the number 10 jumper because Sexton is still away on international duty. So Ohio West is horribly out of form, and Sexton's away international duty. That only leaves Sopawanga, who is taking these chances so brilliantly at the moment. His form over the last 2 weeks has been fantastic. Sonny Bill Williams is retained at inside centre, but this week he is partnered by Malachi Fekitoa for the first time in the regular season. The wing spots, again, it's Osborne and Wade. The battle between those two is epic at the moment. Stowers is on the right-hand side this time, and Ben Smith continues to captain the side from fullback. Now, the team's last few results have been quite good. It was a really hard-fought battle last week against the Hurricanes, 10-0, but of course before that it was great form with 30-point wins over the Crusaders and the Reds, and some good form leading up to the bye that they actually had last week as well. But now it is the Cheetahs. Now the Cheetahs, if you recall, last season beat the Highlanders 17-7 and gave them their second loss of the season at that stage. It could be a similar story this year as well, as the Cheetahs, they have the opportunity to hand the Highlanders their second loss once again. Their form in the competition so far this season, they are third in South Africa. They got 2 wins and 2 losses from their 4 matches so far. Their most recent form, well, they've lost both their matches, but apart from a hammering at the hands of the Blues at 25-8, the last match they had was that 7-6 loss to the Crusaders, so they're showing they're capable of handling this level. The Cheetahs, though, like the Crusaders, are not playing a scrum half in the number 9 jumper, which is almost ludicrous. We talked about it in the Crusaders match when they had Tyler Blindell playing at number 9. Well, this time the Cheetahs have Watts, normally a fly half. He's playing in the number 9 jumper. Looking through the Cheetahs squad, they have 4 players injured and 1 out with a red card, but there's still no scrum halves. What is going on with that? Is it this poor recruitment from the teams? I don't know. I can't answer it, but it is another fly half starting at number 9. And is it kicking options? Is it tactical? Well, we'll have to stay tuned and find out. It didn't work for the Crusaders. Let's see how it goes for the Cheetahs. The Highlanders, the home squad, in their usual blue home kit today, and the Cheetahs will play in their normal rare white kit. Where red come from there, the white of the Cheetahs. And Sopawanga in tip-top form at the moment will kick off round 7 of the Super 15, and we are underway with the Highlanders kicking off, and Sonny Bill Williams puts in a massive shot. Release. Going in to the forwards of the Cheetahs, and that is a big forward pack as well, and turned over. Well, that's a great start. Here's Aaron Smith. Fekitoa, his first touch of the match. Oh, and it's Robshaw that knocks on. Well, that is disappointing. Last season's captain spilled his beans on the floor, and the Highlanders a great attacking opportunity right off the whistle, and they've blown it. Osborne was waiting out there on the side.
Crouch.
As you pack down for the scrum, the interesting part about this Cheetahs pack is that they have Ben Robinson, the Australian front row. Of course, you know, a Wallaby player. He is a top shelf man, and that is a great coup for the Cheetahs. Of course, Tony Woodcock also in the team from last season. As the Cheetahs go out wide, nice pass going to LaRue, who was completely isolated, and Aaron Smith turns him over and then throws the intercept pass straight to the man we just mentioned, Ben Robinson. And he takes it to ground for the Cheetahs. There's plenty of international flavour here in this Cheetahs team. Oh, that's a great pass, and it is Van der Walt bursting away the number 8, straight up to Ben Smith and taking him down in the tackle. Cheetahs on the good front football here, as it's Diego going away to Labasanche, and he takes it to ground just on halfway. Cheetahs again, this is Watts, now there it is. That's what I thought at the start of the match. He is going to be a massive kicking option for the Cheetahs. Stowers turns with it and he'll return the kick. That's not a bad kick there from Stowers. And that's something the Highlanders need to learn a bit more of, is their kicking to touch under pressure. It's let them down a bit this season and last season, definitely. But something they look to improve on here, and that's a good start on that. Strauss will throw, and he nicely taken too from use, and at the back for the Cheetahs. And they drive on the back of their second row. That's a good drive too from the Cheetahs, keeping it up for a long period, going up to the 22. Now they launch it out to the back line. Inside, nice pass to Engelbrecht. He slips through one before getting hammered. Big shot from Rob Shaw. Looking to pick up his game, he might get the turnover as well. Ben Smith, he'll play it out the back. Sonny Bill Williams, oh, he just got that away. Sopawanga, no one, this is what I mean, looking for the kick, and there's the mistake. No one looked for the option of the kick downfield. After all that good work, turning over from Rob Shaw, it has been destroyed as Osborne couldn't handle that hot pass.
Touch.
And you look front row here for the Highlanders. The South African Kitshoff playing against his countrymen. As a good shove comes in from the Highlanders, that could be a turnover ball in the scrum, and it is. Aaron Smith goes straight back to Sopawanga, who will kick this way downfield up to halfway. A bit of a mistake there, and it's there for Trevisan, who goes to the left side now. This is a good half chance on the counter-attack here. Oh, they get it wide too. Here is Houston. He's breaking the line, but he's taken down from Ben Smith, and that was a nice counter-attack from the Cheetahs, who have looked on top of this match all day so far. Here's Rule, knocked it on, and that is a rare mistake from Rule at the back. Now the Highlanders, can they launch something from their own line? Sopawanga says no, let's get down the other end of the field. He gives it to the fullback. Trevisan again, the Italian, coming in, another new name. Oh, that's a high tackle from Sopawanga. And a chance here for the Cheetahs. They could launch a shot at goal if they like. What's the call going to be? No, they're gone for touch. Well, this is a poor call in my opinion. They've gone for the corner, which could be rewarding, but that was a given. 3 points there. Hussein could have nailed that in his sleep just about if he wanted to. But the Cheetahs, they know that tries win matches, and they take it nicely. Diego in the middle. They're going to drive on the back of that, and it's held up nicely from the Highlanders. Back in field, Osborne intercepts, and that is exactly what you talk about. One little mistake, and those 3 points, well, they look all so tasty now. Sopawanga thumps it downfield, and it's quickly thrown in. Brilliantly done by Trevisan again, but he's all dragged into touch. Well, that's a good chase from the Highlanders. He just stuck too close to the sideline. And the defence made no mistake of putting him away. And the Highlanders, well, they've got a rare chance of getting the ball here and not having to kick it. Aaron Smith gives it away to Sonny Bill Williams, launching it forward for Sopawanga. Out wide they go. Fikatoa tries to run through Rule, but he can't get away. And that is just a great matchup between those two. Well, that's a shocker. That is a horrible pass from Aaron Smith. And Kitshoff has to do the cleaning up there. The Cheetahs now through Watts, attack, and they go wide to Houston. In centre field he is. The Highlanders stack into the ruck, but they're not getting that ball back. Robinson. Oh, that's a great pass out wide. It's going to be a try to LaRue. He'll open the scoring. And once again, the Highlanders struggle to contain the Cheetahs. We've seen that last season from them. They only needed a couple of tries, the Cheetahs, and their defence did the rest. But the difference here was just the space out wide, big ball, and Osborne was nowhere near. There was no defence on that side at all for the Highlanders. And well, you can't blame Osborne, he had no choice really. There was only two players there, and the big pass straight to LaRue. Philly LaRue makes no mistake of chances like that. Johan Husson will have the chance for two more. Turning down that early three, well, you probably don't mind so much now as we look to half time as well. Husson will end this half with the perfect conversion. And the Cheetahs, well, we thought it might happen. They head to the sheds with a 7-0 lead over the Highlanders. We've seen it last season from the Cheetahs, 17-7. They beat the Highlanders, and once again, 2015, they're doing it again with a 7-0 lead at half-time. Let's check out the stats from that 40 minutes. Possession is fairly even, 47-53. The Cheetahs just nudging that one out, but it is the territory. The Highlanders have kicked away all their ball and have had, well, no real chance to attack the Cheetahs half, let alone their 22. They've made just about twice as many tackles and have had to force away 4 more kicks in that first half, where the kick stat sits 7-3. The penalty, well, it didn't directly affect the result for the Highlanders. Well, the result so far, with the Cheetahs opting to go for the corner, didn't pay off, but they still got the try right on the stroke of half-time. The best time to score for an attacking side. The Highlanders now have to reconsider their plan and have to come back out second half in front of their home fans, trailing by 7 in this round 7 fixture of the Super 15. How are we going to go in the second half? Can the Cheetahs pull off their second consecutive victory over the defending champions? Of course, the season's been going well. We'll crack back down the second half coming right up. It is the Cheetahs up 7-0 over the Highlanders. Many people were taken by surprise when the Cheetahs took out this match last year. Now it's happening again for them as Mullen takes down the kickoff. Playing on the blind side today, Ben Mullen. Haven't seen much from him already. Aaron Smith, not his best match today in the number 9 as he goes wide for Stowers. This is nice, it's Fikatoa. He's breaking away. He gets away from Namasanche, and now he runs. Oh, he's broken the tackle. And he's thrown it in field. He's not out. That's amazing. He stayed in the field of play. Kitshoff changes direction. Again, it's Fikatoa. Nice ball to Aaron Smith, and he's hit high. Big high shot, and instantly the ref's got his hand in his pocket. This could be tragic for the Cheetahs. It is a yellow card. Well, that's almost debatable. The Highlanders hit a high shot early in the first half, and they did not get a yellow card. That wasn't much worse, a tackle. Yet the man has gone to the bin, and the Highlanders instantly signal for the posts. Here's Sopawanga. He's been in good form. Oh, but that is a horrid kick. Oh, that is about as bad as you get. And they give it straight to Raymond Rule, who runs away. Now's a chance for the Cheetahs. Counter-attacking through the second row use, and he goes upfield. Just about to halfway. How quickly have the Cheetahs been attacking? Here's Watts, the fly half, playing a scrum half today. Giving it for Withers, the German. And the squad is Sopawanga, turns him over, brilliant work. Now Kitshoff, they're looking to counter-attack back. Osborne, good pass to Fikatoa. But an equally good tackle on him, takes him to ground. Just inside the Cheetahs half. Mullen, oh, there's a good run here from Mullen. Throws the dummy, but can't get it away. Just about brought it in all his veggies as well. Here's Aaron Smith again. Oh, the pass for Aaron. Oh, it's Sonny Bill Williams. He's open to the line. He won't even need Stowers. It'll be the first try. Sonny Bill scores it. And that does come from nothing. Almost took me by surprise. How much space did they leave out there, the Cheetahs? Big mistake from them. Look at this. Aaron Smith quickly recognised it. He took out the tackle of Engelbrecht, and then it was just a simple stroll in for Sonny Bill Williams. Took it right to the corner too, as the defence of Trevor Sun come across. It was too little too late. And the first try this week for the Highlanders going to Williams. Still had Stowers, who would have been itching to get that ball in his hands, but the yellow card has paid off for the Highlanders. They've got themselves back in this matchup, but the concerning factor was that penalty attempt from this man. It was woeful. It was miles off the mark. Here's his conversion, and that is better. That is a lot better. A solid kick from Sopawanga, and he gets his first conversion attempt over. And we have a 7-0 scoreline, and we also have the return of Houston to the field. Missing your fly half, not the best situation for the Cheetahs. But he's back on in time to kick off, and he goes high and he deep down towards the 22 of the Highlanders, and Melbourne easily claims it, gives it to Mitchell, who gets smashed. Fikitoa, not the best pass to Stowers, but he makes it count. Williams, Retallick, they're switching it to the left side now, and that's nicely done. Alexander looking for Osborne, that's a brilliant pass. Here's Patrick Osborne chipping over the top. Watts gives chase, and Watts gets the ball. Brilliantly done from Watts. He just got that in time. Osborne was storming up inside him. Now it is the Cheetahs, and Osborne's not happy with that. High shot on Villaroo, and again, unpunished. Well, a bit of bias towards the home side here, maybe. 2 high tackles, neither carded, whereas the Cheetahs, 1 high shot from them, and they saw their man in the bin for 10 minutes. It was that man right there. It did cost him a try. With 18 to go, boy, this is a real tight matchup. Strauss will throw in. He goes nicely to the middle, and the Cheetahs line out has been solid. There's Houston, drop goal. This could be it. It is. Fantastic opportunistic chance taken from Houston, and the Cheetahs take the lead. I didn't think they'd commit to the drop goal quite this early, but it has gone over. A brilliant kick. The Highlanders were not expecting anything like that. 10-7. Cheetahs lead. And they're becoming a bit of a spoil sport here. Sopawanga kicks off, and down it goes the Cheetahs, looking to launch something back. Engelbrecht giving it to Watts. They switch it between their forwards and backs. Van der Walt. He's finally taken a good tackle from Brad Thorne. What can the Cheetahs do here? Can they consolidate this lead? The Highlanders might turn this over, and they have. Now they need a try. Sopawanga. Oh, he's away. He's kept that alive. Oh, and that's a poor kick there, but it's fantastically fielded from Osborne, who has been a bit 50-50 tonight. Melbourne opens it up for Sonny Bill Williams. He's breaking away. Can he link up to a support on the outside? He can't. That was the play. That's where it needed to go. SBW just had to look for Stowers. He couldn't. The Cheetahs defence really got in the way of that one. And with 8 to go, they have to line out the Cheetahs to the back. Nicely taken, and there's Houston. He won't kick it. He gives it to Lavasanchez, and he goes to ground. Just 15 out from his own line. Watts. Now Houston looks like he's going to kick. Oh, he's dropped it. That's Sonny Bill. Oh, just about got his fingertips to that. It's a 22 dropout. Cheetahs by 3. 5 to go. The Highlanders, could they suffer again defeat to the South African Cheetahs? O'Brien. Sopawanga open up on the left side. Osborne gets smashed. And they commit to the ruck. Aaron Smith ready and waiting for the ball. Retallick, Mitchell, quick hands between the forwards. Fikitoa. Oh, Fikitoa's gone for it. He puts on the fend. Can't get away. And it's gone to the Cheetahs. Oh, that is just unbelievable. That is heartbreaking stuff for the Highlanders. But Brad Thorne's got it. This could be another chance. Osborne goes to ground. The time is ticking. I think it's almost up. It's Williams opening it up. No, he can't get it away. Again, it sits up nicely. They're mauling it forward. They're getting a good maul on here too, the Highlanders. Sopawanga looks to the right. Alexander, Vikatoa, Stowers. Oh, big high shot from Stowers. That is a massive high shot. Surely it can't end like this. It won't. Sopawanga has to tap it. Go for Alexander. There it is. That is the winning. Alexander gets the try. What a simple little play. The Cheetahs were ball watching. And Alexander gets the killer blow. Brilliant work from Sopawanga. The penalty was never going to be kicked. A draw just won't cut it these days. And look at that. Look how simple and effective that play was from the Highlanders. Alexander, that's his first try in Highlanders colours. And what a moment to score it. 86 gone. Sopawanga's conversion won't matter too much here, as the Cheetahs will be in store for a bonus point in the end. But boy, what a matchup this has been. The Highlanders will gain revenge for that 17-7 loss last season, with a 14-10 victory back at home at Forsyth Bar Stadium. In round 7, it is revenge, best served cold for the Highlanders. It looked like they might not make it. It was a valiant effort once again from the Cheetahs. We know what these guys are about, but they just keep bringing the high quality. And we've seen a fantastic match. Big defense, big hits, massive attacks, counter-attacks, high shots, and all sorts going on. In the end, a last-ditch try from Ben Alexander has got the Highlanders over the line by the smallest of threads. Sopawanga was good again today, 2 conversions, missing the 1 penalty with an absolute disastrous shot. And Sonny Bill Williams got the first try of the match for the Highlanders. The Cheetahs, though, they got points when they could. They dominated the first half. That's probably where they got let down by their players. LaRue got 1 try, but apart from that, they probably should have cashed in a little bit more. Billy LaRue was very good for the Cheetahs, as you'd expect. And Hooson, apart from the yellow card, he was outstanding. That drop goal, well, I didn't think they'd hit it that early, and there was just no one putting pressure on the fly half. The stats at full time. Well, look at the Highlanders really putting the pressure back on possession and territory, in complete contrast to the first half, where it was mostly all the Cheetahs. Big tackles as well, 52-41. That is a big number of tackles after what it was at half time. The drop goal, extremely important, and 2 penalties ended up being conceded each. Well, the Cheetahs, they stopped Stowers, which who knows what would have happened if he actually got away with that step. But they couldn't stop the short ball to Ben Alexander. And that wraps up round 7. Let's check out where we are on the table now. After 7 rounds of the competition and taking out the Cheetahs, we must surely be about due to travel. And our results from round 7, we have the Hurricanes and the Reds at the top, where the Reds got a close 2-point victory there over the Hurricanes. Well, the poor old Hurricanes have lost 2 big matches by very slim margins in the last 2 weeks. They will not be pleased with how that's going for them. Their luck is riding very poorly at the moment. The Highlanders in the second match of the round, 14-10. That was a big match, and that was a real classic between those 2 increasing rivals now. The Cheetahs are really showing their worth in the competition. The Blues thrashed the Chiefs. The Rebels did the same to the Lions, 41-12. The Sharks, 31-17 over the Waratahs. Well, look out. The Sharks are looking good this season. The Crusaders continued in a different season of form with another win. They've come good again after being let down by something, and then they fall back. But they've beaten the Bulls 29-18. The Brumbies get good build-up to their match this week against the Highlanders, 38-19. They have taken out the Western Force. Having a look at the table now, and wow, the fixtures not doing the Highlanders favours here with all the New Zealand teams having played 6 matches. The Highlanders have only played 5. But take out the Hurricanes, who should probably have 2 more wins there. They should probably be the side on 18, 19 points. But instead, as luck would have it, 4 losses and just minus 17 points. That is, well, very unlucky. The Highlanders sit 4th, they're on 18 points, but with 1 match that they have in hand, a full quota of 5 points will put them up equal with the Chiefs, which they will depend on points differential and all that kind of exciting things. The Chiefs do lead at the moment though, 6 games played, 5 wins, 1 loss. The Blues, similar record, just 1 less bonus point. They sit on 22 points. The Crusaders, 3rd on 20, but it's still a long way to go here. In South Africa, the Sharks are really opening up a bit of a buffer here. 6 points over the Cheetahs and the Bulls, who are 2nd and 3rd respectively. The Stormers on 8 and the Lions on 1. Round out South Africa. In Australia, the Reds sit top of the table, but look at the tightness of this ladder. It is the Rebels on 18 and the Waratahs on 17. The Brumbies surprisingly falling behind, but still within grasp of catching those top 3, who are only separated by 1 point each. The Western Force, well, it seems their season is pretty much over for them. Only 9 points, and they need to string together some big performances if they're going to come back. So the Highlanders not quite travelling away just yet. They still have the Brumbies, another home match. That's a couple in a trot now. They'll be feeling good and comfortable at home. And if they can keep up that defensive work and work on their attack, it could be a classic match between these 2 sides. The Brumbies versus the Highlanders, round 8 at Forsyth Bar Stadium. And that wraps us up for the coverage of today's match. It is the Highlanders with another good win today, getting one over their mini rivals, the Cheetahs, 14-10. And with that, I'll bid you a fond farewell. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's match. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe if you're loving the career series. And of course, as always, let me know of any omissions to the team, additions or omissions, whatever you like, and for upcoming weeks, players that you'd like to see coming into the team or keep their spot in the team, anything like that, always taken on board for the next week's match. So thanks all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Till then, take care.